Champagne and raise a toast to all of the queens who are fighting alone. Baby, you're... Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a very, very interesting, sad fighting video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Hugs for everyone. My shoulder still hurts. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Do you know what giant orders of Boston Market does to a man? A lot. So I might make this video short. I might not. To go where no man has gone before, we have a little bit of disturbing news. I had brought the other day attention to the light where CNBC had said that, hey, institutions are ditching their Bitcoin and going back to gold. CNBC is a liar, bold-faced liar. Maybe one or two or a couple of corporations are doing that. Definitely not the majority. And they just posted a new article right now, and I promise I'm getting to Earth 2 and Omi and Veve right this second, but just kind of breaking news. They had posted another article, and the other article basically just said, don't listen to influencers, don't listen to, giant heads of corporations like Elon Musk or like David Portnoy or who's that guy that's accepting Doge, Mark Cuban. Don't listen to them because apparently, according to CNBC, crypto is about to go out the door. Crypto is not worth it. It's not real. It's funny money. It's fake money. That could not be farther from the truth. The person that wrote that did not even know what deflationary crypto was or what smart staking was. The company in general, there's a big fight going on now between them, between Wells Fargo, Fidelity, JP Morgan Chase, all of them against crypto. Or at least against most people owning crypto. The people that they want to have crypto are already the rich people, are already people that are worth 8 figures and above, $10 million and above. That's the only people that they want to have it. And just a little bit of detective work. The people that own CNBC is just NBC, Universal. Kind of makes sense. And who owns NBC? Okay, well, that's Comcast. Well, who owns Comcast? Who's like the CEO? Okay, well, the founder's son, the founder's dead, but the son that runs it now is Brian L. Roberts. Now, Brian L. Roberts himself has been, again, these people have been anti-crypto for a while, but they're only putting out these articles, and again, just my opinion, but in an attempt to have all crypto, whether it's just Bitcoin, Ethereum, I don't think he even knows what Omi is, I don't even think they know what Earth 2 is, but they know if they attack the big one, like when you go to prison, who do you fight? The biggest guy there. Attacking Bitcoin in order for all the other altcoins to fall, because they know that's what happens, in order for them to get it back at a cheaper price. Now, why am I saying this? Because Brian L. Roberts' son owns OWL. OWL is Oscar Whiskey Lima, which is the Overwatch League. Now, Overwatch League is an esport that has recently announced that they are actually promoting their own cryptocurrency. So the CEO and founder's son of Comcast that is just putting out all of these BS articles like saying anti-crypto when his son, who owns Overwatch League, is putting out his own crypto. It's a little ridiculous. I think they're just trying to push down the price so they can get in at lower prices. And that being said, that is good for us. That is good for the long-term hodlers. That is good for the retail investors that know exactly where a lot of crypto is going. Now, I'm not saying to go invest in every single new type of crypto there is, because I would not. Only things that are attached to something tangible, that are attached to something real. Like Omi is attached to Veve. Veve just had another drop today, and they've in total burned, I don't know, was it almost 5 billion coins as of right now. Not just today, but in total. Now, as far as the coin burnage goes, they probably burned 250 million. The ultra rares were gone in seconds. Literally seconds. The ultra rares were gone. That's like 3,800 ultra rares gone in seconds. The rares, I was able to get a rare. The uncommons were gone in like a half hour. The uncommons were still there like 4 or 5 hours later. And that was the best artwork in my opinion. Oh wow, Famous Cam got ultra rare. It's insane. Thank you guys for 5 likes so far. Now, as far as Earth 2 goes, what the title of the video says and the thumbnail of the video is always diamond hands. Again, just what I'm doing is I'm buying whenever I can, I'm not selling, never selling until, let's say, God forbid, an emergency and I need a couple $100,000 or $1 million, whatever in the future. Yeah, maybe. But for the most part, I'm not selling because that's just taking away from my future self's wealth. Now, as far as social media is concerned, for those of you that don't know, there are more than a few ways to make money on social media. You have YouTube revenue, YouTube ad revenue. You have the people like I just got messaged by ngr.io or ngrlink.io, a company that wanted me, again, same thing as After Earth, offer me a couple $100 to make a video about them. I haven't accepted yet. I'll let you guys know when. I just, if I make a video about someone, it's because I believe in them as a company. Just letting you know that, I guess ngr.io or something like that, ngrtoken.io, whatever it is. I don't have any feelings one way or the other right now, but I'll let you guys know exactly what it is. If I promote someone, you can be damn sure that I put multiple hours of research into it, and I think they're a good company. And again, nothing is for sure. The company, Veve and Earth 2, they're not for sure. That, again, do I see a 99.999% success rate with them? Yes, absolutely. That's why I'm putting so much money into them. But again, nothing is guaranteed. But as far as social media goes, you have, again, YouTube, a couple of ways to make money there. You have Twitch. You could stream about it on Twitch, make money there, like Guidebook Gaming does. Guidebook Gaming, again, they give out Class 1 tiles. If you want free tiles, follow them on Twitch, link down below. And also merch down below. If you want to support me and the channel, like, comment, subscribe, merch down below as well. Now, two links for merch, actually. Now, outside of that, you have TikTok, you have Snapchat, you have Instagram, you have Facebook, you have WhatsApp. You have all of these different things that you can make money with. You're going to be able to put on skits. Hey, this is my property. Come visit my property. It's so much different than when, our parents were our age and internet basically didn't exist, and there was no way to monetize on it. They had to work their 9 to 5, they had to work whatever, and then afterwards at home, yeah, maybe they watched TV, maybe they did this, but there was no capitalizing on the internet. There was no social network. There was no networking on people's social network, and be able to capitalize on that. Again, Facebook, WhatsApp, TikTok, all these different things that have come out or coming out, Discord also, where you can go and talk to hundreds, thousands, sometimes millions of people if you have a big enough audience, and be able to promote yourself there. All the amazing artwork, all the tile artwork that you could have in Earth 2, the skits that you could put on with just simple editing, with NFTs of Batman, this Batman, hey, you're really skinny, you look like a discount version of me. It's like, just something funny like that. Get a lot of people laughing, link it to your, have a lot of followers on Veve. Then if you want to sell any extra things, you have no problem selling. Again, same thing with Earth 2. You could be able to build that network. And, when you get like 50 people, 100 followers, whatever, don't automatically hit them up, say like, oh, buy my merch. Build it broad and build it deep. And then when you have a couple thousand followers, like, hey, I got merch, or people ask for it, yeah, then do that as well. So again, that's just a couple of things that I've noticed as far as social media in a way to take your Earth 2 tiles, your Earth 2 sign, to whatever you build on there, and then capitalize on that. Same thing with Veve. So you can do both. And again, Earth 2 doesn't even have a crypto yet. When it does announce, my God, look out. So anyway, that is enough out of me. Let's go to the questions here. Maxwell Cook, my man, saying smash that like button. Maxwell goes, hopefully I can get a common Batman in the morning. I think you can still get him now, but yeah. Definitely go for that. Go for the set. Famlin's Cam got an ultra rare today. I'm so jealous. I have never been able to. I've only tried the last 3 times. The last 3 or 4 drops to get something. I have not been able to. I have not been. Yeah, 4 drops. Ultra rare is just impossible for me. But outside of that, yeah, they're pretty cool. They're rare. They're wicked. Can't wait. Hi, Hodl Yoda. 6 Packalops says, now that Shane got done with the credit cards, do you think Phase 2 will be this month? They have to announce the crypto first. They can't announce Phase 2 without the crypto, because they have Phase 2, and you have Essence, and you have the resources come out. Well, they didn't just stop Phase 2 for no reason. They stopped that because they wanted to add the crypto in conjunction with that, and they wanted to make it so that the crypto is is embedded with it. That's why I'm just because I'm a little annoyed with it. I very much dislike the people that's like, oh, E2 should adopt this, E2 should adopt that. Now, would I have loved it if I was one of those people that, like, when they first came out with saying that they were going to do a crypto, they should do OMI. They should do that. I think that's even before phase 2 was delayed. I was like, is this what they're doing? But now that they pretty much said, again, not officially, they haven't officially said it, it's not no official word, that's going to be something on GoChain, that's going to be a crypto for themselves. That has to be woven and coded into the game. It's got to be attached to something. You can't just take, oh yeah, we're going to use OMI, we're going to use SafeMoon, Shiba, Peep, whatever. They can't just say that. It has to be woven and coded into the game. So it's pretty technical, and it's going to take them a while. So for everyone saying like, oh, it's too easy to do, it's so easy to do this, it is not. It is especially for on a game this scale. But to answer your question, Six Pacalypse, they'll definitely announce the crypto, if not this month, then next month. And then when we could buy it, where we could buy it, whether it's just in game, whether it's going to be on any exchanges at first. I hope it's not at first. I hope the Earth 2 crypto you can only get in game right now. And I say that because I think they owe us a little bit. They always like, let us get in first and then have you go on other exchanges. Let us get it through the game. Let you make it so that you have to have an account. Make it so that you have to have like one tile. Maybe I dislike that. But yeah, if you can mine resource or just have one tile somewhere, and this way you have a place to put your resources, to put your essence, and then when that happens, you could say, okay, now I can mine and sell resources and sell essence, and then in turn get the Earth 2 crypto. However much it is. I think not that they don't owe us anything. They've given us this great game. We've all gotten in early. This is very, very early for both OMI and for Earth 2. So if you do that with Earth 2, again, I think that would be nice if they only allowed it for people that had Earth 2 accounts before they're able to go on and say put it to another exchange. But I would say definitely before the end of this year, phase 2. I don't. Again, they have to. They still haven't let us know what that 7-figure acquisition is. Shane still hasn't let us know who those 2 billionaires he met with was. So there's just a couple of things that I want to fill in the gaps. Obviously, because the payments, now that most of the tickets are not backlogged anymore, it should only take just between 24 and 48 hours. They get those credit cards out. They announce the crypto. And that honestly, phase 2 could even be next quarter. It could even be January, March, April, May, June. It could even be this quarter. Like it could be very soon, because I was expecting the payments to take a little bit longer with the credit cards, but that happened very quickly. So the announcement could happen quickly. Again, we'll enable those alerts in Discord. Enable the alerts for Shane's Twitter, and we'll see. Earth 2 treasure hunts. Earth 2 says your credibility is everything. Be careful what you promote. We love you. Stay true. Yeah. And that's why so many people ask me to promote a bunch of things, and I really have to say no to almost all, because like if you do one, you got to do them all. And it's really not fair to others. If I do this one, then I was like, oh, I guess we're not as important as this one, even though they might think, and they may very well have a better reason for doing these things, for doing that, but. And a lot of people do. A lot of people have the best intentions, but some people just have things that, yes, the intentions are very good, but the idea I don't see working. The idea is that just like, I can't in good conscience tell people to go put their money here, put their money there, and 1 out of every 10 projects might work. One, that's not fair to you guys. 2, like, again, that'll ruin credibility. Like, how many times can I tell you guys to go spend money places? Like, it's just, it's very. I feel like, those rich people that get invited to dinners, asked to put on dinners for giant things, like, oh, this is for, cancer, this is for cystic fibrosis, this is for, for abused women, and all these different things. Like, yes, I would love to help all of these, but how many times can I hit my friends up for money? How many times can I do that? Like, if you already hit them up once or twice this month, that's, so I understand. Hodl Yoda says, have you heard of OMI migration to a new blockchain? When does it start? How do we proceed? And is there a deadline to proceed? So, yes, I don't know if it was Dan Crothers or Reese or one of them said that, yes, they are going on a new blockchain. I guess they had a falling out with the Go chain, but that doesn't mean that OMI is changing at all. OMI will be the same. It's just they're going to be on a different blockchain. That won't affect the gem to OMI ratio. The only thing that'll affect the gem to OMI ratio is us. By if we hodl, by if people have paper hands, by how much is, what the market cap is, what we put into it, what we sell it for. So that's the only thing that'll affect the gem to OMI ratio. But the Go chain, they haven't announced where they're going, whether it's Ethereum or whether it's something else. Ethereum would be good if they can get their fees down, but outside of that, yeah, we'll keep you guys posted. Fanwin's Cam said the Veve app worked very well this morning. I had no holdups at all. Very nice. I had a little bit of a holdup, not a huge one, just a maybe like 15-second one. And at the 15 seconds, then boom, the ultra rares were sold out. I was like, my God, how many people were fighting for those ultra rares? Now the ultra rares generally they go for you can sell those for a lot more. You can do that quick flip a lot easier. For the Tokidoki one, you were able to flip it for like 5 or 6x like the next day. But the reason why you probably won't be able to do that with Batman is because Tokidoki, again, Batman, this is the 5th series that had dropped for Batman, and Tokidoki only had like 880 ultra rares, whereas Batman had the 3800. So like 4.5x of what that was. So that's why you won't be able to flip this as easily, or you can, but just for not as much money, maybe only double. Oh, HG Rock Online says, Big Randy, meow meow meow, big hug. Oh, thank you, HG Rock. That means a lot. Brian Flynn says, awesome. So do you think Shane and the devs are going to be the government of Earth 2 and act like our government on what we're allowed to make, like 18 plus or virtual illegal activities? I definitely hope they don't act like most of the governments of the world that, again, print their currency into oblivion and just lie to people. I would like to think that they would be like the Watchers from Marvel, where, if potentially big things are going down, they just kind of watch and observe. And they, for anything big, like if we have like a tournament, let's say like the Cell Games or a World Martial Arts Tournament from Dragon Ball Z, where you go and you have like brackets, like, okay, the Kraken is fighting Silent Hundreds Project, Alpha Kingdom is fighting Gibraltar, and then Chavez Topia is fighting someone else, and then you have brackets, and then from those brackets you get like the main fight. That would be pretty fun in the warring world, and they'd probably be there for that. Not that they'd interfere or do anything, unless they have it like the Hunger Games, where you make little skits, or like if they say like, oh, make a video about Earth 2, and we might send you something that will help in the warring world. Well, thank you for 10 likes. That means a lot. But maybe outside of that, maybe like similar to the Time Variance Authority, from Marvel as well, saying, hey, do what you please as long as it doesn't affect negatively a whole bunch of people. And if they were to do that, yeah, that's fine. Again, we want it to be, it's their vision. So even though we have our own little places, we have our own megacities, we have our own kingdoms, that's still in the world of the developers, in the world of Earth 2. So we have our own kingdoms, we have taken over continents, but it's still in that world. At the end of the day, it is whatever they say goes. Now, could we have pushback on that? Is there like a rule that thinks, oh, well, that's BS, we shouldn't do that? Well, then at that point, then yeah, we should do like what people have been doing for phase 2. Look at the leaderboard, or you have Nameless, Tech Ops, you had, I think, Earth 2 Mastery, change their names to still have their names, but then have when is phase 2. Earth 2 Meta being very critical, on Shane's Twitter and everything. Make videos about it. If there's something that we don't like, but again, they listen to us a lot. They listen on Discord. They're like Elon Musk in that regard. Someone makes a suggestion on Twitter, it's like, yeah, sure. If we bug them enough about something that we don't like, a certain rule or a certain thing, it should be a different way. Then yeah, most likely, if it's within reason, they'll change. Again, behind closed doors, between 2 consenting adults, talking about your 18 plus thing, that should be fine. Like, as you could say, like, oh, hey, they're just paying, for my time as a I don't know, a massage, or I rate your avatar by looks. And then to do that, we have to, view each other in personal VR space. And as that happens, again, a transaction between two consenting adults where you can have some X-rated stuff in there. That's probably going to happen. There's going to be loopholes, there's going to be ways around it for that to happen, because that's what always happens. Again, gambling as well will most likely be on the secondary market. But again, similar like Pokemon and Neopets, you're going to have gambling on the fighting. You're going to have gambling on certain things. That will probably be squashed officially or unofficially when, like a fight is thrown or whatever. But yeah, that's going to be a big thing that we'll have to wait to see what happens. Hodl Yoda says, I'm scared to transfer my OMI because of scammers. Trust Wallet is good. Trust Wallet, Aria Realty uses, I use, so yeah, I haven't heard anyone having issues with that. Brian Flint says, Earth 2 is going to be and look like half awesome ideas, and then the ridiculousness of humans will take over. Yeah, pretty much. I like the idea that some people have, which is, again, being creative and artsy, and just the tile artwork in general right now is fun. Quote Mr. Popo, all these squares make a circle, all these squares make a circle. But humans are going to have ridiculous stuff, ridiculous stunts. It's going to make us laugh, make us cry, probably because we're laughing so hard. But just people, when they're bored, they do things that are fun. Like I remember me and my friend Chris back in the day, just little daredevils. Like we would tie like a rope around his waist, him on a skateboard, me running, pulling him as fast as I can, launching off a ramp into garbage pails, just because it's fun. You're going to probably have that too. Similar to the game, I think it was Burnout. The game Burnout, where you have to cause as much damage as possible. And the more damage you cause, the more points you get. And that's something that I think could be fun in Earth 2. Like, we're going to set up these fake trees. We're going to see fake whatever. And however much damage you can cause by, a truck rolling into them, or, a bow and arrow with fire on it. I don't know. Or you put some acetone peroxide underneath the gas tank. Because if you shoot the gas tank, you're not going to... you're just going to spill a couple gallons worth of gas. You're not going to actually explode it, contrary to popular belief. But yeah, put something flammable underneath it. Then yes, then you can explode it. Again, things like that, which would be pretty fun. John Doe says, cicadas are now around where my parents are. Did I miss something about cicadas? Cicadas are cool, man. They like bury themselves for like 17 years or whatever, and then they wake up and they climb trees and they scream. It's fun. Good times. Brian Flint says, if it's anything like Earth 1, weird stuff is going to be everywhere. I'm here for it. I love weird. I love crazy stuff. I also want escape rooms. I want horror houses. I want like horror clowns with, demented Ed Gein, Leatherface. I want really hardcore, because I'm into horror. I like that. I like that stuff. It's fun. It's fun being scared. I want aliens. I want like an Area 51 build. I don't remember Tony Hawk Pro Skater. There was an Area 51 level. Or I think Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4 on the ground, there was a place where you go into a thing and it's like a clown trip. It's really cool. I forget. It's at a carnival. I forget which Tony Hawk it was. At a carnival, and you grind on like these like little railroad tracks, but they're not railroad tracks, into a house, and then you see like this crazy stuff. Ridiculous. Ryan Flynn says, LMAO, naked avatars running around trolling people. Oh my god, I don't know what naked avatar would they be, like Ken and Barbie dolls where you don't like see anything? Would it be like the aliens from Mars Attacks where you don't really know if they have different genders or not, if they have different sexes? That'd be pretty fun. I can't wait for that. Brian Flynn says, or like Minecraft when they build a massive castle, then blow it up for entertainment's sake. Oh, actually, sorry about that. Had to hydrate. I had a client that might still have this wife, bought 2 houses right next to each other. One here, one here. So she owned 2 plots of land. Tore both houses down. Perfectly good houses. I don't know if anything was wrong with them. And after she tore those down, she built one big house in the middle. And like, I could understand if they were shacks and they were, but No, they were perfectly good houses. Tore them down, built a big one, and literally every 6 months, that lady would redo the floors, get new furniture, get new cabinets. Like, how do you do this? How do you spend that much money on things that you don't need to spend money on? That is polar opposite of me. I could understand if you're okay, this house is outdated, these things have been here for 30 years. Okay, yeah. Buy it for comfort, or you buy it to flip, and then, you pay for that and it's value to your house. But my God, man. My God. People are wasteful. Investor Ali says, "Hey Randy, you mind if I add you on Instagram? It'd be good to talk." Yeah, absolutely, Investor Ali. If my Instagram's down below, add it. If it's not down below, it's Randy Chavez 5127, I believe. Totally go and add. I try to keep up messages as much as possible. Obviously, the priority does go to the Patreon members at first, and then after that, it's everyone else. But yeah, I do try to get to people. Usually it won't last longer than 12. Excuse me. Won't last longer than 12 hours. I'll answer it before and after streams. I'll answer it sometimes in the middle of the day, but usually it's no longer than 12 hours after you message me. I'll get back, unless if I'm in a place where there's no internet, like the Poconos, or if I'm going into Europe, which I haven't done in a while. Biden just re-upped the travel ban. Although in New York, I have seen that people are going to the gym without masks. They're going to other places without masks. So hopefully that means normalcy is right around the corner. John Doe says, thoughts on affiliate marketing? Affiliate marketing would be, if that's what you mean, like, hey, I have this website, and then you have a hyperlink to, let's say, Best Buy. And then everyone that uses that hyperlink and goes to Best Buy and then buys something, they get a small discount, and then you get like a 1% kickback or whatever for that hyperlink, for that, that type of thing. Yeah, cool. Best of both worlds. Get, the person who's buying gets a discount, you get a little piece of it, and then the company would not have gotten that sale had it not been for you. So, I'm a big supporter if that's the type of affiliate marketing you're thinking of. Big supporter with that. Chris Topher says, when sale Charizard 300,000? Well, I'm not selling my Charizard. My Charizard isn't a first edition PSA 10, which would go for over 300,000. Mine is a first edition BGS 9, which would go for 30 something thousand. Not a lot anymore. But the card that I'm selling is a Trophy Kangaskhan for over 300,000. And the guy messaged me last week saying, hey, after this next pot of money comes in, hopefully the final amount, he says, let me go and get back to you after that. If it's on the next PWCC auction block, then it'll end in like 8 or 9 days, and then I can get hopefully a week after that he gets paid, and I can get this done in June. If I get it done in June, I don't think Omi will still be down here. If it is, I will be super shocked, like uber shocked, like slap me with a noodle and call me Johnny shocked. If it's still down here at that point. I hope it is. I don't think so though. Investor Ali says, great, I sent you a follow. My user starts with M, so that's me. All right, sounds good, Investor Ali. Muhammad Ali? Is that? No. I actually knew a Muhammad Ali when I was younger. He was like 2 grades below me. His dad owned like this Quickie Mart or whatever. It was pretty cool. Anyone, feel free, add me on Insta, add me on wherever. I have gotten much better with answering Twitter now as well. I've been, I'm gaining experience here. John Doe says, you ever seen that Pawn Stars episode where the guy brought in his Pokemon? Yeah, that's Gary. I know Gary. Done a couple transactions together, talked a couple times. He's a cool dude. He's a real guy. He's just relaxed and chill, and he knows everybody. He sells a lot of his stuff at discount sometimes just to help people out. He's just top-notch dude, top-notch guy. Again, talked to him a few times. But that episode's old now. His collection is tens of millions of dollars. I love that episode. Toad Alley Awesome says, do you have any lucky story? Do I have any luck? Well, I'm the first person to tell you that I was born lucky. Like, you ever play Advance Wars or Advance Wars 2, where you go to the character profile and you see Nell. She's a CO in the Orange Star Army. CO stands for Commanding Officer, and her skill is luck. And same thing, she's the first to tell you that she was born lucky. Same with me. Now, was I born with the luck? I don't know, because I was born in a third world country in a place that had no roof. But I essentially, again, I was born in Peru, very poor, very, very poor area, and I got adopted. I won the lottery and had a upbringing in a first world country, which is America. So thankful that at one point all right, might as well join the military. Partly for that, partly for the other reasons, but just kind of a way to give back a little bit. And that's why I love animals so much. So everything's going to go to charity in the future. But yeah, very, very lucky with that. I was lucky to join the military when I did. I was lucky to get out when I did. Like, again, some people's best decisions, like as far as military goes, is the same as buying a boat. You're happiest when you buy it, and you're happiest when you sell it. You're happiest when you go in, and you're happiest when the best decision you make is going in. Second best decision you make is getting out, because boy, are some people messed up from the military, in not a good way. Sometimes in a fun way, but most times not in a good way. So I got out before anything really bad happened, and then yeah, I was lucky to find a job with my friend Dean, who introduced me to my friend Dan, and my friend Dan was the one that said that helped me open up my own company. And Wes, thank you for that $5 super chat saying, feels like Elon has dug a hole promoting Dogecoin and now is trying to find a way to actually make it useful. He even said before he has not, in a tweet before, he has not sold Dogecoin and he won't sell Dogecoin, which is a little not worrisome, but part of the reason why he's trying to make the transaction time faster. Again, the transaction time is right now, one transaction. If you do a transaction, it takes a minute to go through with Doge, and he wants to make it so that, oh no, when you do a transaction, it only takes 6 seconds to go through. But what's the point of the transaction speed going higher if he's never going to use it as a the point of something like Doge is to not buy and hold. So he says the point of Doge, from what Elon Musk's vision of it, is to have it be a world currency and to have it be used all the time. That's why he wants to make the transaction speed much quicker. And if he's doing that, he's not. I don't know. I don't really understand why. Again, the market supply is not capped at anything. Excuse me. The market supply is unlimited. So it's basically a currency. It basically is a world currency because it's already an unlimited market cap, or it can go, not market cap, I'm sorry, supply cap. They can print and mint as much as they want, which I don't like. Yeah, so I don't like Doge right now. Again, if they make it useful and the fundamentals get better, then yes, I would definitely put something into Doge. I'm just and I'm going against my former advice. With my former advice being, hey, don't bet against Elon Musk. But this I don't think is just Elon Musk. I think him going into Bitcoin was Elon Musk in conjunction with Cathie Wood and Michael Saylor, but him leaving, or not leaving Bitcoin, because he hasn't sold Bitcoin yet either, or at least Tesla hasn't, him saying that we're no longer accepting Bitcoin for Tesla for the near future was just the board, and him being in the middle of everything, getting his screws loose, getting a screw to him, and now maybe he's trying to backtrack on that, saying that Tesla has diamond hands, they won't sell. I'm not. Again, I wish I was, a fly on the wall, wallflower, or whatever, and be able to be to make sense of these things, because we can only speculate right now. But most likely, just because I've watched every single Elon Musk interview and just pretty much everything about him, I could say that he is not all in on crypto, but he's like, yeah, it's probably when he says oh, it's probably a good idea. It's probably it's almost a 99.999% certainty that it's going to happen. And as that does happen, as it continues to go, again, Doge will catch the ride. They'll just ride the crypto wave. It was the first meme coin, definitely not the last. They have a bunch of others. I think Hari Realty messaged me before saying it was like a gorilla coin in remembrance of Harambe. Again, he's not endorsing that coin. He's like, yeah, it's a joke. I got one of them. It's like, okay. Again, in order for me to actually actively promote something, I have to believe in it 100%. and I have to like, or I if I don't like, I haven't put into Ethereum, but if I had enough money, I would have no issue putting into Ethereum. That's I'm just letting you guys know exactly what I'm doing and what I'm not doing. Um, and yeah, some people, like, I'm considered a cowboy. I don't do the classic investing rules of just putting 5% of your net worth into something and to take profit while it goes up. I don't do that. But if I had done that, I would not be as successful as I am today. I would still be working with two businesses. I would not. I probably wouldn't have even been able to start the second business because I wouldn't have had the money. I wouldn't be retired if I had listened to that classic investing. Um, did I get lucky 4 or 5 times in a row? Maybe. Like I said, I was born lucky. But yeah, so back to for that super chat. Yeah, so Toad Alley, awesome. That was pretty much it. I've been very, very lucky, most if not all my life. A couple things I've been unlucky with, but 9 good things happen to me, 1 bad thing happened. Yeah, I'll take that. Take that all day. Investor Ali says, I have a couple investment proposals that I would like to discuss with you, but it's 3:45 in the morning in the UK currently, so I'll talk to you about it later or whenever you're free. Yes, Investor Ali, whenever you want. Again, I'll do the follow after. Oh, actually, right now. We had Ava Max in the beginning, so let us do so much for my happy ending. Oh, oh, so much for my happy ending. Oh, oh, oh. God, I love Avril Lavigne so much. Yeah, Investor, after this is over, after like an hour or so is done, I'll get back to you. And again, Wes, thank you so much for that $5 super chat. That does mean the world to me. Another way to support the channel. Chris Topher says, crypto regulations proposed are a huge problem for NFT market. If they go through, which I don't think they will, at least not in America. America, despite what the far right will have you believe, we're not a socialist country. We're not turning into a communist. Are there some things that certain politicians want that are inherently socialist and communist? Yes, absolutely. But the good thing about America is that we do have a right versus left thing, which they take power from one another every 4, 8, 12 years, whatever, and it prevents it going from too far right or too far left. But again, the far right will have you believe that this is like, oh, that's going to socialism, it's going to hell in a handbasket just because a Democrat is president. And to the Dems' credit, or to the right credit, it could. Like, you have a Democrat House, you have Democrat Senate, Democrat government. Like, if they wanted to, if they really want, like if Bernie Sanders was president, yeah, they would be passing all of these like socialist things. But Joe Biden's not that. He's not. Does he want some certain socialist things? Sure, but for the most part, you have people in the Senate like Chuck Schumer and people. And again, not to get too political with this, but this is a good thing that there are some people that they're not far left, they're middle left, and I like the middle left the same as I like the middle right, the same as I just like the middle. I just don't go too far because then that the extremes are something that should not be trifled with. But no, to answer your question, Chris Topher, I don't believe that the proposed regulations are anything to worry about just yet. They might try, but these governors know, and these lawmakers know where their bread is buttered, and it's by these corporations that are all getting into Bitcoin. That again, short term, they might have a little fight. They might have to drive down. They might want to drive down the price. Same thing that you missed the first like 8 minutes of the video. It's basically me saying that yeah, CNBC, which is owned by NBC Universal, which is owned by Comcast, which is run by the founder's son, who's named Brian L. Roberts, is putting out all this anti-crypto stuff so that the price of Bitcoin and everything else goes down. Because when Bitcoin goes down, everything else goes down. Except for OMI. OMI kind of stayed. OMI went up and down. Yeah, it kind of stayed at the 0.003 mark. Wanted crypto to go down. So his son owns OWL, which is Overwatch League, which is an esport that's launching their own crypto. They can buy everything and get everything at a really, really cheap price, and then just watch it moon when these ETFs are. Again, these ETFs, we have in the SEC, we have a very pro crypto chairman of the board in the SEC now. So I'm not worried about any proposed regulations for the NFT for crypto and much less the NFT market, just because that NFT is the future. That is NFTs are the future. I've been saying that for months now. I would not worry about that. That's just gonna come with time. You can't. It's like the internet. Okay, yeah, there's gonna be some people that don't believe in it. There's gonna be some people that say, I guarantee you in 5 years, the internet will have no more of an impact on the economy than the fax machine. Like, okay, boomer. I can tell. People just don't get it. People that are products of their time do not get along with people that are ahead of their time, or even product of their time now is being engrossed in the internet, engrossed with virtual reality and NFTs, because that's what's coming. That is what's coming. That's why I have no problem throwing 6 figures into OMI or Bitcoin or Earth 2, because that's the future, and we are getting in so early. Again, look at Tesla, what it did for years. It traded between like 150 and 350 for like 6 years. Now, is that going to happen with Earth 2 or Veve? Probably not, because things move a little bit quicker now than they did, a decade ago. And in a decade from now, things will move even quicker. Mass adoption for these types of things that are easily scalable, again, for cars, electric vehicles, that is very hard. Logistics, again, I used to work in logistics in the Air Force, is hard to move giant pieces of machinery at a large scale. It's very, very hard. Again, the Air Force is very dangerous too, a lot of moving parts. But so with virtual reality, it's so easy to scale because you could just mint and like it's so simple. It doesn't cost a lot. Definitely not into the gas fees having to. And when they say gas fees, like I actually mean like aircraft gas fees to go from one place to another, or gas fees. It works both ways to send on the Ethereum blockchain or whatever from one place to another. John Doe, I hope my home state implements crypto-friendly laws like Wyoming. New York sucks for crypto. Another reason why I'm moving. Excuse me while I hydrate. Another reason for my move is because New York is so behind the times as far as crypto goes. Ridiculous. I don't know what the laws are like in Wyoming, but apparently they're good. John Doe says, I'm thinking I might walk from Cape Town, South Africa to Magadan, Russia as an ultimate test. How long is that? Because South Africa is pretty south. Even from like northern, like Egypt to Russia it's madness. So that you must be in insane shape, because that's something that I don't think I would ever be able to do. Especially again, running. When I run, my muscles are fine. My muscles can still do it. It's my joints, it's my hips, it's my knees, it's my back. I'm like Yoda, where I'm like hobbling, but then I could go, for 30 minutes, and then after that, okay, I'm done. I'm done after that. Nick Fingar says, I got more OMI today, and the whole new Batman set. You mad lad, get it. I'm trying to sell these Pokemon cards at huge discounts, like 30% discounts from their last sale price. Link down below on eBay if you want any of them at stupid low prices, which I hate to sell them at, but I have to because I can't miss this big opportunity. This is such a huge correction, such a huge dip. And some people are like, well, it was the beginning of the bear cycle. I don't believe it is. Could I be wrong? Sure. Even if I am wrong, okay, great. I'll buy all the way down, but I don't believe I'm wrong. And I don't believe that we're in a bear cycle just yet. I think this is still part of the bull cycle, just a correction that had a bunch of people had the stop losses, had the, if it gets down here, gotta sell, because they're buying on leverage and margin, which I would never do. E2 Treasure Hunts Earth 2 says, I think Elon will fix Doge out of guilt for crashing it. He builds and fixes things. He doesn't like to fail. Doge hits $1 by September, just a prediction. Well, if it weren't for Elon, it would have never passed like a couple of pennies. But Elon, it might not have even reached a penny. So because of Elon, it was up to 70 cents. But and on a Saturday Night Live thing, it went down to like 30 cents at one point. I don't know where it is now. Maybe it's up to 40. Again, I'm not putting into something that has no supply cap. Again, right now, maybe he'll fix that. Maybe whatever he does, again, my former advice, which for the most part stands true, is don't bet against Elon. and I'm not betting against him. I'm not shorting Doge. I'm not sure. I don't want to make my money betting against someone else. Even when Nikola came out, and Nikola was one of the biggest scams for electric vehicles, that guy Trevor, whatever his name is, I didn't want to make my money by hoping for the demise of another, especially electric company, electric car, or that wanted to, at least at their birth, wanted to do good, and then just became really, really corrupt along the way, just stealing billions of dollars. That was ridiculous. That was absolutely insane. But again, Doge to a dollar is, that's just too big of a market cap, I think, for a company or for a coin that doesn't really do anything right now. Could it change? Yes. And if it does change, if they do make things, then I will put money into it. If the thesis changes and they become very useful, and you can stake, and you can, and now suddenly they don't have that huge supply cap, and you can make NFTs with them, then yes, I would do that. Say gas fees are lower, transaction times quicker. Yes, I have no problem doing that. Just letting y'all know. Outside of that, anything else I wanted to go over is just the corruption from the CNBC and Comcast and all that, and then again, how to make money with this long term, short term and long term. Again, build a base, go and get a YouTube channel, go and build up TikToks, make content every single day. If that's what you like to do, if you, or if even if it's not what you like to do, but you're good at it and it'll help make money, that's something that will help in the future. I got a new comment. Family's Cameron says, I feel like Elon has a bigger game. He's aware of his influence and has a good understanding of how people, including corporate bankers, etc., will react. He is teaching a lesson through troll. I think that may very well be as well. Troll Elon is always fun. Again, he is one of us. He's a nerd. He's a weeb. He is one of us. That's why there's one of my favorite interviews with Elon is him. There was this like radio club or like a tech club or a coding club that these kids in high school made, and then it went like national. They had coding clubs in like all of the country. And for as busy as Elon was, he was just sitting there just shooting the bull with them, and was doing that because those are his people, talking about coding and talking about radio and talking about all the radio clubs, AV clubs, all these different things. The kids are the ones that actually we have to go. We have to stop here because of this and this. But Elon's like, no, like if you want to keep going, we can keep going, because they weren't asking for investment advice. They weren't asking him, about a bunch of little things like when Roadster, when Plaid, when Cybertruck, when this, when that. They were just like, oh, like, what do you think about this? Like just them talking. It's just, that's his element. And I love that. And that's why I love you guys. That's why I love hanging out here, is because we all have the same dream. We all have, different, but similar enough to, hey, I got 15 likes. Different enough to where we all want to do different things with the money, but we want to make money, we want to have fun, we want to be creative, and we like talking about the hobby. And that's why I go live so much. That's why I make so much content and so much videos, because I like to grow the hobby, because I feel bad for people that aren't experiencing this, that aren't in, like, for people that have played football, from what I've told, I haven't played, at least not on like a team in high school or anything, that there's like a bond you get when you practice through the mud and the rain and the snow, and you play together. And same thing in the military. There's a bond that you get when you go through the suck together, when things like works out. Like, it just, you become family, because like it's different. Like, your friends you make while you're deployed and the friends like you make in the civilian world, one's not better than the other. They're just different. And it's a unique bond, and that's what I think we have here. That's what I think go to Guidebook Gaming before me, not before me, I made content before them, but I mean the Guidebook Gaming stream comes on before me, and yeah, you see the same people there every day. I'm upset I missed today, but I had, again, not a paid promotion, but my tummy was hurting because I had 2 dinners from Boston Market because I'm fat, and that's what I did, so don't judge me. I love seeing those people every day. I love watching Nameless and Tech Ops talk. I love watching the hearing what they have to say, and they're oh, big stretch. Ah, my shoulder. I feel like Torvald from Hey Arnold when he's like, ah, my ankle. It's like, ah, my shoulder. And drop a like if you remember Hey Arnold, because that show was epic. I forget where I was going with this. Oh yeah, through Troll and Eli. That's I feel bad for people that don't like Pokemon or haven't gotten to visit Harry Potter World. It's a fun fandom. It's fun things that we get to do, and even making I love seeing other people's content. I've loved watching Earth 2 meta go from a couple hundred subscribers to almost as much subscribers as me now. It's probably going to surpass me soon. And so I had somebody ask me the other day, "Do you feel like a little jealous?" I was like, "Well, maybe, yeah, a little bit." But at the same time, it's more just pride than anything. That's not hurt. That's like I'm feeling pride in someone else that they did what I did. They just consistently made videos. They made videos while they were tired, and they're grinding, and they are doing that probably while having a job as well. I don't know Earth 2 Meta's life, but again, it's someone that's just growing the hobby, and if you can grow the hobby like that, that's a good thing. Oh, excuse me. Alan. Eros Grossman said, "We love you, man." Oh, thanks, Eros. I love you guys too. Yeah, I love seeing people like Predict that came in, put in not $300,000 in Earth 2, and Wraithax throwing around that like $50,000 that he put into Earth 2, and a bunch of other people throwing this money in because they believe, they have a dream, they have this. It's not just a want to make money, it's a need to be a part of something that is going to outlast you. It's like the dad and the kid that says the dad helps his son plant a tree, and he's like, this is going to be work, you're going to have to plant this, you have to water it, you're going to have to take care of it, but it will reward you one day. And the dad's doing all this work knowing he's not going to see anything from the tree. But 30 years later, when that kid grows up and he has a daughter and the tree's this tall and he has a swing and he's swinging his daughter, it's like, thanks, Dad. People are doing this for their kids. People are doing this for the kids they don't have yet, for the future. I'm doing it for animals, which my girlfriend would love to because she's a veterinarian. It's like Saiyans in the Dragon Ball Z anime that just they can't turn down a fight because that's a need. Like Apollo Creed saying like it's not something that you can turn on or off like some radio. It's a need to be a part of the action, need to be a part of people. Like this is what people did, being parts of groups from the time of cavemen. Being a part of groups, you're safe. Part of groups, then you're good. In what's that called when you have two bases, one on the end, one on the other end, you throw a ball back and forth on the third throw. Just follow the herd. Follow the herd and you'll be fine, unless that herd leads you into a cliff, like Buffalo. So thank you guys, Eros Gozman and everyone else. Moving on to other stuff, as far as anything else that I've seen. So Epic Games, not the Epic Games spelled with a C, with a Charlie at the end, like that put in $1 billion into to try to make everyone be part of one megaverse. Epic.gg, and Epic is spelled with a K. So E is in Echo, P is in Papa, I is in India, K is in Kilo, .gg, .golf, GG for Gilmore Girls or whatever. They have another thing that'll launch soon. That there's going to be a lot of these competitions, and similar to all of these altcoins that are coming out, most of them are going to be poop. Most of these virtual reality games are going to be poop. Most of these altcoins that are coming out are going to be poop. But there's ones that are attached to real projects and ones that are attached to have good tokenomics that are going to make so much money. And again, I believe that virtual real estate and virtual reality is a multi-trillion-dollar industry, just as I believe that virtual art and virtual collectibles is another trillion-dollar industry. And we're lucky enough to get these two together right now. And they're going to have cross-platform. Again, that's what Veve has wanted in the past, to not just be on their platform in the Veveverse, but to Earth 2's as well. And on top of that, Earth 2 hosting not just Veve, or maybe they host other people's stuff. Again, it'd be pretty heckin' awesome. Pretty heckin' great. So I'll keep you guys posted about the Epic, EPIK.gg, on where they go, and also on the NGR.token, see where they're going to go. The guy the person that messaged me on their Instagram, it had like no followers, no whatever, but they said, yeah, we don't want to have you make a video and then us be bombarded by like 1,000 people's comments and questions. Like, I get it, guys, I understand. But yeah, like they didn't give me their names yet, so I was like, okay, well, give me your names and I'll check you out, and then maybe I'll make a video. I really should charge, because I have so many people ask me to make videos about them, and I check people out. I spend like hours of my time, and it's like, sorry, I can't do it, and then I don't get money. Not that I do this for the money. I do this for everyone else, but it's all to make money. Heroes Guzman says, have you hit your 10 million ohm yet? No, 5.75 million. I did the calculations before. I could get 30 million when I put in that 100K. If the price stays what it is right now, so I would have like 35 million. That'd be ridiculous. That'd be great. And I feel bad for that guy that put in $150,000 when, you know, the price was at like a penny or whatever, and he only has like a little less than a penny, and he only has 16 or so million ohmi. Now that guy's probably dollar costed average in, you know, putting in a few grand here, a few grand there as it goes down. But yeah, I feel bad for that, because he spent 150K, only has 15. And I've spent like what, 25, 30K, and I have 1/3 of what he has. Or I've only put in 1/5 maybe of what he has. And if I put in now, I have double what he has when I put in the same amount of money. So I do feel bad about that, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure that guy's got millions of dollars anyway. So I'm just, but the same thing could be said about me. Somebody could say like, oh, this person put $100-something thousand into ohmi. That person's definitely a millionaire. And meanwhile, I'm not even close. Several $100,000 away. But so I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you posted on that. Again, I bought a lot of Bitcoin the last couple days just because I'd sold a lot of Bitcoin to buy ohmi. So that's where I got the funds from. Like I'm not raking in the dough just yet. Once that card is sold, then yes, that'll be a big position. And then again, I have to save some stuff for Earth 2 coin as well. It's going to be huge. I only hope that I'm not that 50,000 is enough for Earth 2. I'm hoping that I shouldn't also invest 6 figures in that, just because my voice is getting tired. I'm sorry. It has been a heck of a week, and it is only Thursday. But again, are you going to be able to stake your ETH2 coin? I don't know. Definitely going to be able to stake ohmi. Definitely going to be able to stake the NFTs as well. So that's something that'll be pretty fun. And again, when you have a bunch of these things from Season 1, where Veve won't be really popular until maybe end of Season 2 or even Season 3, where when I think popular, I think like 1 million plus downloads each, where it has 250,000 users, give or take. I don't know if all of them are active or some people have multiple accounts. But when this has 1 million or so downloads, that's when, okay, now it can really snowball. Because if it doubles from now, yeah, you have 500,000. But so it's only an extra 250,000. But when it has 2 million and it doubles, okay, that's not 2 million. That's insane. Yeah. And this is, again, collectibles, not just people that are into comic books, not just people that are into Pokemon cards or Magic. There's different factions or, sports cards, whatever. This is everything. This is everything, and I can't heckin' wait for it. Again, disruption of art and disruption of collectibles. And fighting as well. Just the game that they have planned, and the versatility that they have planned is going to be ridiculous as well. So I'm going to do one more Patreon member shout out, and then I will take any other questions, and then I'll bounce. Says she wants to end it all. Blah, blah, blah. No one's ever told her so, and the demons that she hides are all she knows. Maybe she could fall in love with someone in her life that she could trust. I forget who they were. Kicking One Down. Sleeping with Sirens, that was them. Anyway, guys. Megatron, you heard, says meow, 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 meow. What's going on, guys? How y'all doing? How y'all doing this evening? At the hour mark right now. I'm going to hydrate once more. Oh, that was good. I probably should drink more protein. because I had a lot of mac and cheese, but I had a lot of meatloaf too. Again, Boston Market, not a paid promotion. It's actually the first time I had Boston Market in a long time. Anyway, guys, that is it for me. I'm gonna bounce. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. I will meet you all tomorrow, 10:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Friday. Peace, everyone. Everyone pray for my shoulder, all right? Bye-bye. Meow, 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 meow. Thank you for the super chat. Bye, famous Kevin.